Shadow Ushio, by the way. Shadow Ushio, not the real one. Shadow Ushio, by the way, not the real one, by the way. Not the real one, by the way. Greetings. We are back with Summertime Render, episode 21. It has been a while, but then again I say that every time. Now previously on Summertime Render, Best Girl apparently, supposedly, kinda maybe died. Yeah, Hizuru apparently died, but I kinda disagree, you know? We shall agree to disagree on that point. Most likely, she is dead. For now, we're probably going to have a moment where eventually Shinpei goes back in time to, like, and somehow saves everybody, right? Somehow. Ultimately, you know, I refuse to believe that they killed the best character in the show, but I guess we shall see. However, for now, I think she's dead. Like, they made a pretty big deal out of the fact that, you know, he can't go back in time, you know, and there's no loop here to save her. So they kinda are saying that she is dead for good, but somehow I still doubt that. This seems like the type of show that would save everybody in the very end, because they're pussies, right? It is what it is. Regardless, let's just get into episode 21 of Summertime Render, shall we?
風邪をひくぞ。遺体は地下室に安置している。彼女の両親に連絡は
まだダメです。
有名な小説家が殺されたとなれば、
We remember that Shadow Ushio is also gone, but you know, I'm sure we'll figure out a plan at some point.
隠さなくていいです。これは殺人です。犯人も分かってる。でも、あと1日だけ俺にください。
ああ、分かってる。
ありがとうございます。すいません、かぶりました。喋りにくいな、これ。つまり、ハイネは何人も死でを生んでた。
いや、そうじゃない。
岩尾、あの写真の死体はまだある。
奴の前の肉体、カリキリ岩尾が死んだのは40年前。戦後だ。保存方法もどうやって動いているのかも見当もつかんがね。
サブアカ。耳塞いでください。
何
So Hizuru did say something like "take care of Ryunosuke" or something. But didn't we send Ryunosuke into Shide and he then pulled a shadow form out of Shide? Wasn't that a thing? What am I thinking of? Or did that happen in the previous timeline? Right. I think that happened in the previous timeline. And then when Shinpei went back, he undid that, and then Hizuru died in the fight. Right. And then Ryunosuke sent or Hizuru sent Ryunosuke into fucking Shinpei somehow. But okay. So now he has the power to see 2 seconds into the future. Okay.
私は確定した。それが新平の決断や。
全部俺の責任やってあいつ言うたんです。こういう時いつも一人で抱え込もうとするからお前だけのせいちゃうっちゅうねん。
What burden, bro? It would be one thing if he's trying to do everything on his own, but he's not. He's working with the team. Remember, it's not. He's not carrying any burden on his own. You're just a weakling. You don't have any powers, bro. Look at Shinpei here. Dude can see into the future now.
潮がコピーしてたショットガンも戸村さんの拳銃ももうない。
ポケット中に何入ってんの？
ああ、これ呼びかけても何の反応もない。多分消えた潮のかけらなんやと思う。
だから逃げたんや、ハイネ。
Are they finally gonna explain it?
なんてことないよ、しんちゃん。私ら影には分かった。ここにいてるよ。お姉ちゃんの記憶全部ここに入ってる。消える直前になんとか記憶だけはこれに移したんやと思う。でも体はない。これやと動けやん。
そうか。だからハイネは牛尾が生きてるって勘違いを。
記憶だけになってもしんちゃんを守ったんやね。
これの記憶はスキャンしたんか？
無理。他の影には読めやんようにされちゃうる。
Of course, because of course she did.
敵の手に渡らんようにそうしたんとちゃうかな。そのデータを読めるんはお姉ちゃんだけ。
Right? The original? Right? Right? Am I right?
そうなんや。明日花火が上がるとき、あの海岸にまだ何も知らん最初のあいつが。
That's what I said. That's what I said. In other words, and it's not even like this version should technically be just wandering around somewhere right now. Somewhere. Somehow.
帰ってくれ。
That's what I said.
明日のお姉ちゃんにこの回をスキャンしてもらえば。
ああ、間違いない。だからあいつはこれを残したんや。
Kind of bullshit though. You know, kind of bullshit, let's be honest. Kind of convenient. I don't like convenience. I don't like convenience. And even then, right? Who's to say that the original of that timeline that they're going to then try to find, who's to say that she's the same person? Like, imagine if, imagine you're living, right, normally, and then someone comes up to you, even if it's someone you know, right, and they say, hey, if you touch this thing, your future memories will come back to you. Or rather, all your future memories will come to you, and you will basically become the person that you were in the future. Would you take this? Would you accept these memories? Because it's kind of like they're not your memories. They're another version of you's memories from a different timeline. Now, it's one thing, I feel like, if it's just memories, but what's to say that it's not a personality as well? It's kind of like someone's asking you to replace the version that you are now with a future version of you that you don't know. It's kind of a deep idea, but, you know, interesting nonetheless.
ミオもあれを見てしもてんねんな。
そうくん、
ミオ。
しんちゃんどこか知らん？
いや。
そう。
待て。
何？
俺な。やっぱお前が好き。
私影のミオやで。こりやんな。私の答え知ってるやろ？
やっぱ変わらんか？
Actually,
そっか。
not necessarily. Once the shadow became a shadow, right, of shadow, of Mio, they became two separate entities. Things could have changed by now. The real Mio's feelings might have already changed by now. So you can't say that they are still the same exact person. It's kind of like if you make a copy of a person, they are the same person effectively at the moment that the copy is created. But I would say 5 minutes later, they are now two different people. Because now they're not having the exact same experience. One person goes right, the other person goes left. They are not having the same experience anymore. So now they're separated. They are different people.
シンペイが好きなんやろ？なんでそんな。バレバレや。お前かけちゃうやろ。やっぱ変わらんか？俺とは友達か？ そうか。よかった。
At least they're getting it out of the way. Kind of cringe, not gonna lie, but unnecessary, but you know.
ほんまにお姉ちゃん帰ってくるん？
It's not Ushio, by the way. It's Shadow Ushio, by the way. Not the original, by the way.
なんかまたいい作戦思いついたって顔やな。
どうかな。後でみんなに話すよ。話ってそれ？
Pointless. Wow.
よ、
Wow.
しんちゃんのこと。
Why would you, part of me is like, okay, they're fearing for their lives. They want to get it out of the way just in case, right? Makes sense, kind of. But on the other hand, I feel like this would just kind of complicate things. Why would you say this now? You're just going to add more pressure and things to think about when you need your head clear. Inviting unnecessary anxiety. Doing the shit right before the big moment is very, very bad idea, in my
それ
opinion.
だけ？
いや、ありがとう。
もしかして気づいてた？
うん。
あ、別にその変に思わんといてな。この気持ちしんちゃんに伝えやんまま死ぬん嫌やって。だからただ伝えたかっただけやから。
そっか。
By the way,
ごめん。
if you like somebody, do not confess.
牛尾が好きなんや。
You mean you loved
お前は
Ushio
俺の大事な
because
兄
she's
さん。
dead, remember?
ありがとう。ちゃんと言うてくれて。
シデは俺の力を平行世界を観測する力って言いました。
平行世界？
タイムトラベラーが過去へ遡って未来を改変すると、時間軸が分岐して元いた世界と並行した別の世界が生まれるって考え。
This is a theory,
俺と
not that it's believed.
助かった世界があるってことやな。うん。
つまり新平さんが死ぬと世界はいくつもコピペされて、その中の一つに意識だけが移動する。そしてそれまでの世界はなかったことになるというわけですね。
そこまでは分かったが、肝心の牛尾はなんであいつが現れるって分かるんや。
はい。牛尾とは3週目に初めて出会い、あいつはなぜか俺にくっついて、意識だけじゃなく実体を伴って4週目の世界にやってきました。
そうか。4週目の世界には4週目の牛尾が存在。
I mean, all of this I've already talked about.
牛尾は現時点ではしおりちゃんを助けようとした時に負ったダメージから徐々に回復しつつ海を漂ってるはずなんです。
Oh, is that why she's not wandering around? Because she's still in the sea. Ah, okay. I just assumed that she was like wandering around randomly.
同じならあいつはループする時海の中の自分に意識だけ移動するはずが、そうはなってない。だから今の9週目には海を漂う9週目世界の牛尾と俺と一緒にループしてる3週目世界の牛尾がいることになります。これにはシデたちも気がついてるはずです。そのシデの頭を読んで牛尾は自分が復活する方法を思いついた。だからあの時なんとか記憶だけを残したんです。俺たちも気づくことにかけて。さっきまでは願望、でも今は確信してます。見ててください。
Yep, it's a shell. Okay, it's moving.
動いてる。
わずかやけどどこへ置いても南に向かって動くんです。全力で死で自らやってくる。でも奴らは牛尾の正確な位置はわからない。
牛尾さんは不良品やから気配をつかめやんってハイネが言ってましたね。
でもこっちには確信がある。この差が俺らの勝機です。このチャンスを逃せば俺らは牛尾を完全に。
なんか希望見えてきたね。
What hope? You're trying to rescue Shadow Ushio here,
よろしく。
just for her to die when you kill Haina.
新平さんの作戦がうまくいってるってことですね。
またこうやって話せるとはな、龍之介。
姉は根津さんに感謝してました。
Oh, so that's what that is.
14年前助けてくれたことです。
時々な、歪 ルから手紙が届いたよ。
姉の影の話を信じてくれた唯一の大人やったからです。
おかげでわしまで変人扱いされたわい。まあそういうのは慣れちゃあるけどよ。
根津さんのことを信頼してます。姉も僕も。
今さら言葉がいらん。
来た。
Ushioちゃんのおらん祭りは寂しいですよ。
Wait, whoa, 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 what was that?
戦闘でみこし
来た。
言葉がいらん。
You seen this, right? Whose hand is this? I'm pretty sure that the only person who wore gloves like this, I believe, was Hizuru. But then, he's not wearing gloves here. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe this is what Ryunosuke is saying. Like, he's still saying like he is inside the sister's body or something. I don't know. Or just an animation mistake. Could be.
新平の位置が消えて一刻ほど経つ。これをどう見る？指令よ。
あの手形を消した。
いや、あの手形は消せやん。あれは新平の存在そのものにつけた印じゃ。
Oh yeah. I guess they did establish that she can locate them from the locate Shinpei through the handprint, right? I just forgot about that. It's been such a long time since they mentioned that, so it's yeah, it is what it is, you know. I can't remember everything.
少々ヒントを与えすぎましたね。野良のほとんどを牛を捜索に出してます。今昼ごとに突入されれば。
いや、まだそれはなかろう。奴らは一度わしの寝床まで来て積みかけた。よほどの確信がない限り再突入はできない。と、俺なら考える。もしも奴にくっついてる牛尾にだけは、紀伊水道を漂う自分の位置がわかるとしたらどうじゃ。わしらより先に牛尾と接触するため、わしらに牛尾の位置を教えやんように自分の。
Eat your ice cream, bro.
俺ならそうする。牛尾を見つけよう。奴らに先んじて始末するのじゃ。
So how are they actually searching for her? By they, I mean like Shinpei and them. With a boat?
木の葉を隠すなら森の中じゃ。新平は必ず来る。野良の中に紛れてな。野良どもにおまんのそばへ集まるよう言うちゃある。周りをよう見てみる。群れから外れた野良を探せ。
見つけた。一人だけ沖へ離れていく野良がいる。
近い。近いぞ。反応が激しくなってる。いた。見つけた。今行くからな。
Shadow Ushio, by the way. Shadow Ushio, not the real one.
新平。見送りほんまに行かんの？しんちゃん行ってまうよ。行かんってば。知らんしあんなやつ。待って、嘘、行かんといて。新平入った。
Shadow Ushio, by the way, not the original, not the real one. Those memories that she saw, not hers, by the way. Just saying. Not her, not the original, by the way. Fake Shadow Ushio, by the way. Shadow Ushio, by the way, not the real one, by the way. Not the real one, by the way. What do you mean you're back? It's still the same Shadow Ushio, by the way. It's just that they now have more memories from the future that was from the past, or his past. You get what I mean. And if this is a different person, as in like a different version of Shadow Ushio, then that's kind of fucked up that you just came and replaced this Shadow Ushio with some other version. You know, imagine if some random person just came, or maybe not a random person, but someone came and overwrote your memories and personality with another version of you. That's fucked up, man. That's just fucked up. Why are they smiling? One problem that the show has is that all of a sudden the danger is just gone. Remember when, you know, Ushio and Shinpei were fighting against Shide before and they were like completely outmatched and they had to like do a whole like deep plan with the gasoline and like, you know, lure them into a trap to even fight them off? Now it's like, oh, if we get Shadow Ushio back, we've basically won somehow. Huh? But okay, whatever. Kind of lame way of reviving. I mean, look, obviously I already figured the original version was somewhere. You know, I already talked about that previously. But what I would have preferred is that they just get the original version. Like Shinpei goes and, you know, meets the original Shadow Ushio here again and kind of gets her on their side, but she just doesn't have those future memories. The way they did it here was like, you know, the version of Shadow Ushio that we knew that died copied her all her memories and personality and everything onto that little thing, and now we use that to overwrite the original ones, and it's like, I don't know. It's borderline like reviving a character. I would say I'm in the camp of do not revive characters, okay? Do not revive characters that you've killed. I would say you can revive characters if you're doing like a time travel thing where, you know, eventually maybe a character dies, like Hizuru, right? And then eventually the main character goes back in time to like reverse everything basically. Then you can be like, okay, she's back. She didn't like die in this timeline. But the way they did it here is they didn't go back in time or anything. They just had this, they had another shadow power that allows her to store all her memories and personality on this little fucking shell, and then that, like, you know, transfers to the other version of her. It's like borderline reviving a character, which is just kind of just kind of, I don't know. This is more of a personal preference, to be honest, but for me, it just kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth, you know? I just don't like it when shows revive characters overall, in general. Again, time travel is one thing, but you didn't even use time travel here. It was more like a convenient shadow power that just allows you to just stay alive. There's a lot of convenience in the show, unfortunately. There's a lot of convenience and a lot of coincidence and a lot of, well, I'm just gonna say it, bullshit. A lot of bullshit that happens in the show. The main thing I would say is that with this show, it's kind of like they're trying to be like a time travel story, but at the same time, they're kind of saying, don't think too hard on it. Just kind of accept everything that happens, right? Kind of unfortunate for me because, well, you know. And unfortunate for this show because I'm watching Link Click at the same time, so, yeah. I mean, one is just better than the other. I'm just gonna be completely honest. That was episode 21 of Summertime Render. I believe there's 4 more episodes. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time on episode 22 of Summertime Render. Next time.